in fact, Danny Bonaduce, life coach. Would love to talk to you at 1-800-252-1025. Or we really like it when you email us. The address is lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorcemen. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Sarah, would you like to kick this off with a email?
Indeed. Remember to call us at 800-252-1025. Danny Bonaduce, life coach, will help you. Chris sent an email from Philadelphia.
All right.
I'm 27 years old, and I have always been single. I have a slight speech issue, and I find it difficult to approach a woman and just start talking. I would stutter and stammer. I've been on online dating sites for about 6 years. I've emailed over 100 potential matches. I've heard back from a handful, but it seems like most women want somebody who is tall, toned, educated, with a high-paying job. I am not those things. I feel like the older I get, the less likely it is for me to find love, which is something I've wanted since I can't remember. I don't know what to do.
Well, you know what? I'm going to bet, because I don't like, first you're describing that you stutter and you stammer. There are things that can absolutely be done about that. And it's not just therapy. I'm a big believer in therapy. What was this guy's name? Was it Chris? Chris, I'm a big believer in therapy, but nowadays, and you can combine the two, there are drugs that can go along with therapy about a stammer. And we talked about this for something else. This thing is going to turn out to be the magic drug. Everybody just thought it was vanity. Botox looks real good for a stutter. And when you say stutter and stammer, they're very similar. So I'm just going to go with you have a stutter. Look into Botox. And here's the thing. You don't say, well, they don't want you to be, I can't help you with tall, but you and I, the same thing, man. I'm 5'6". What are we going to do? But, I don't have a big, high-paying job. I don't have this. I don't have that. I'll bet you money that you don't even have right now, but if you listen to the life coach, you will, that all of that comes from your stammer. That you don't have a high-paying job because of your stammer. That you don't have the confidence you want to with women because of your stammer. Let's take care of the stammer right now, because you're on. You take the time to write me. Let's go to speech therapy classes, and they work. Lots of people, when they're born, can't say their R's. They're about 4 or 5 years old, and they can't say their R's. And all of a sudden, the parents start to get worried, and you look at these kids, and you go, oh, man, what do we do? Boom, 6 months in speech therapy, kid. You got these kids saying their R's left and right. Nothing is insurmountable. So I want you to go get some speech therapy right away, get it done, and ask your doctor or the therapist to recommend if Botox is the best thing for you. I'm guessing that it is. It's doing wonders with all sorts of things, and a stammer and a stutter is one of them. Check it out, and I'll bet you find the high-paying job and the lady that you would like when you get. That's what's holding you back, man. Let's fix the stammer.
800-252-1025. Make the call if you've got a problem and need the help of Danny Bonaduce, life coach. And in Seattle, you're on with Danny.
Ann?
Hey, Danny, how are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Real quick, I know time is short. For anyone listening, I'm a pretty intelligent, intuitive parent, but you calling in anonymously gave me the courage to take the next step at home. I called you about detecting heroin.
Oh, yeah.
And we got into some family counseling.
Good.
Peeling back some of the layers. Panic, anxiety disorder with the daughter.
Now, let's say that the anxiety disorder is with your daughter, not with you.
Correct.
And this is also, am I remembering this correctly? Is she the 17-year-old that's doing heroin?
No, she's 20. My son is 17. We also talked about that.
Oh, okay. I knew there was 17 there. So what's the deal? She's doing heroin. I don't like it at any age. What are we doing about it?
And she's not doing it. We did the UAs.
Stands for urine analysis, and I'm guessing I recommended go to Rite Aid, go to Walgreens. You can pick them up for $26, and they're just as accurate as the labs. So you got a kid or an adult, whoever, lying to you that they're not on these kind of drugs, they're not on opioids. For $26, you can answer that question, but you can answer it even shorter, because if somebody says, how dare you, Mom, I'm not taking your drug test, which I have been known to do, it's because I was lying. If I'm drug-free as I am today, and my boss gets to me and say, you know what, Danny, CBS has been asking, would you mind taking this drug? No, I'd be happy. Can I do it right here in your office? Here, you just hold this jar. I'll fill it up here right now. Because anybody that's drug-free when being on drugs has been a hassle is proud of it. So anybody that says no is lying, and anybody where it turns up opiates on the drug test is lying. So what can I do for you today, Ann?
Well, she She had no problem taking it. There was a friend staying with us who is not staying with us anymore who did turn out positive.
Right? Oh, that guy couldn't be out of the house faster.
No, he's gone.
Good.
So now I have the Pierce County Juvenile Courts involved.
Good. Oh, this is all the right stuff. You're playing hardball here.
Oh, I'm not going to bury him. So my question is, they're saying panic anxiety disorder.
Right.
And I see it. I understand it. I read about it. I was raised just deal with it.
I was raised out. When I hear that, too, I'm going through a little thing with my son, who's 14, and people want to medicate this kid, and it's making me really nervous, and it's over his anxiety disorder. He's 14. How about if we just call it being nervous? I was nervous at 14. I was nervous about everything. I'm a little nervous right now. So I don't love it, but I would leave this all to the power and say, these people are experts. I don't know what great experts they are. I'm going to leave it up to Ann here. So what do you think? Do your due diligence, Ann. Who's right here? But by the way, do they want to medicate your kid?
No, we're going to meet well, I don't know yet. We're going to meet a psychologist tomorrow.
I think you should, because benzoids, or what they're going to give your daughter, are so close in the world to opiates. They're not opiates. There's something else entirely. They're benzoyl diapamine. So I'm pretty close with that one. And I don't think we want to go down that road with your kid. If your kid's having a major attack and needs to be mellowed out, all right, once or twice, but I don't want the every 4 hours thing. I think the last thing you want, Ann, is you're worried about your kid being a dope addict, is to turn him into a dope addict. So here's the thing. Follow the professional advice. But you don't sound like a lunatic to me, Ann. And I would say, you know what? They're the professionals. You're the mom. Be open to what they say. Be open to, well, she needs medicine. I let her take an aspirin. I'll let her take this. But if you don't like this, you follow your nose. And I think when it comes to your daughter, you're the expert. And plus, she's 22. She can decide what to do. What she can't do is heroin. So whatever helps her. But, like methadone and stuff. People get addicted to that stuff. Let's watch every step we take with this, Ann, and get your kid off all drugs. I think that's the answer. Thank you, Ann. And you know what? Let me know how this goes and call me back. Thanks.
800-252-1025. Call that number if you've got a problem and need the help from Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, because he will be able to help you. You can email always to lifecoach@KZOK.com. James in Tacoma sent an email. I am dating a woman I really like as a person, but I am not attracted to her. She's very overweight. I enjoy the companionship, and I'm not sure it can become much more. I'm 42, divorced, and not sure what to do about this situation.
James, was it?
Yep.
James, you're lonely. I think what you need to do here is be pretty honest with this woman. And I don't think you have to tell her anything. As a matter of fact, be careful what you do tell her. Don't go with, I love you. Don't. I can't tell if you're making love to this woman or not. But I wouldn't make any promises that you're not going to keep. If this woman's overweight enough in my playbook to make it a thing, she's seriously overweight. She might have some other health issues going on. She might have a problem with, some diabetes B. But whatever it is, just don't make any promises. Going out with a girl, spending time with a girl for the companionship, I think that's fine. But whatever you do, don't get real super lonely one night or have a few drinks and be making out with this girl and start whispering "I love you" in her ear. There's nothing wrong with your situation. They're doing you're fine. This girl, I was going to say she could be almost a boy for what's happening here, but that's not true at all. You're putting your arm around her. You're having tender moments and things like that. Have them, continuing. Just don't. Just be nice, man. Don't convince this girl there's any future, because there is not.
Got time for another email on Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. It comes from Christina in Renton. My husband is an only child, so when his parents became financially irresponsible and spent their money at the casino instead of on their mortgage, they had nowhere else to go and moved in with us.
Yikes.
They keep insisting they'll never find jobs.
I don't mean to be rude, but couldn't they have moved into Loserville? Because that's kind of where they belong. They gambled away their house, and now they're with their stepkids or kids-in-law.
Regular kids, yeah. They keep insisting that they'll never find jobs because they're too accustomed to being retired. The situation is driving us, especially me, crazy. I don't want to support them, and I'm worried their presence is going to strain my marriage to the breaking point. It's driving me crazy already. What can I do to maintain while they're here and eventually get them to leave?
You move up the eventually date and get these people out of your house. I realize the relationship with you is biological, so you got to handle certain things. To some moms and dads going on here, but you need these people out of your house right now. They are going to poison your relationship. You and your husband are going to start fighting over this. You know what? You just because they're not like children. I say, throw away their toys. Don't let them watch any movies. These are. Although you should do that, not the movies, but whatever they're doing that you don't like in your house, stop being such a welcome place for them to go. The lights are out at this hour. We live by my rules, and people react poorly to that. But having said that, you need to sit down with these guys and say, hey, we need a firm date on when you'll be going. When is that? Let them have a couple weeks in advance, maybe even a month. They're older. They're not good at making jump moves anymore. But they got to go, and it's up to you to just be a grown up and say, oh, really? Well, blank. The third of whatever, you need to go. But you can say it nicer than that. Like, we're making some changes in our life. You can even lie a little bit if you want. We're thinking about selling the house. What are you thinking about going? But you need to get a firm date and help push them out the door, because you know what? They gambled away your chance to be civil. You need to tell them, you got to hit the road. All right, that is all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Life Coach, of course, brought to you every time by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.